Yeah, I know what you're thinking. You can get a job in the Middle East simply by trying or by magic, through others, or by a fluke. Remember that competition is everywhere. Some here, some there, but bam! Loy Machedo is the best.
All right, evening, 6:30. Today is going to be a rare video. Thought I'd come for a walk. So that's why this is not my normal video. So as I thought I'll go for a walk, I thought I'll address two topics which everyone has been tagging me or sending me links. One is the Bahrain recognizing Israel, thanks to US. And the second one is there's some Daily Mail online reported this Sheikh and his wife having a problem. Okay, I'll speak to you on both of them. The first one, Bahrain recognizing Israel. Now, the first thing, you seriously think Bahrain is suddenly so much in love with Israel? Oh, let's also make peace. In fact, do you think UAE, all of a sudden fell in love with Israel? Oh, let's make peace. Why is this happening? If you take few steps back, it doesn't take rocket science to know. US elections are coming. Donald Trump has to show, oh, I did so many things. He has to do whatever he has to do in order to get re-elected. So he's showing, I'm a leader who has made, amazing difference. I'm doing things that nobody else can do. So, which is why he is, initiating this, I wouldn't call peace process. I would rather call it a hidden agenda. And what is the agenda? I'll give you my views. You can give me yours. Now, first thing is with the US, UAE and Israel. Israel never had a problem with the UAE. What is the actual problem the entire world has with Israel is not Israel and UAE, it is Israel and Palestine. That is the problem, Israel and Palestine. And has that problem been sorted out? No. Has Israel made any strides or peace with Palestine? No. Now, I'm not taking the side of Palestine, I'm not taking the side of Israel. But Israel and Palestine have a problem with each other. And they need to sort this out. And until they sort this out, the problem will still exist. So Israel can go around making peace with Saudi and Bahrain and UAE and Qatar and Pakistan. And it's like India and Pakistan are fighting with each other. So to solve the problem, India says, okay, I'll go make peace with Bolivia. I mean, what the fuck is that supposed to mean? You have a problem with Pakistan, you speak to Pakistan, or Pakistan speaks to you, you both meet each other, you sort it out. So going to some other country, it's like India and China have an issue, and China says, okay, we'll sort out this issue, and China goes and makes peace with Iceland. I mean, what the fuck is that? So Israel has a problem with Palestine, which has been going on for years and years, and they have never sorted it out. And now they suddenly jump and say, oh, we are going to make peace with UAE and recognize each other. What? Who the fuck cares, man? The only benefit is, okay, Israel and UAE are going to invest money and talk investment opportunities, and it's going to be a financial deal. There's nothing about peace and all that bullshit. Okay? There's no peace between UAE and Israel. Never had a problem. They were never at war with each other. Now comes Bahrain. So what has Bahrain got to do? It's very simple. US elections are coming. Donald Trump has to show, oh, I have an amazing report card. So what he has done is, he has Bahrain, he has all these countries by their balls. You just squish a little bit. They'll, okay, fine. So obviously Bahrain is a dot, small little tiny dot of a country. US surely would have said, I'll be happy if you do something nice for me. So obviously Bahrain will say, okay, fine. So now by recognizing Israel, business will improve. Fine. But that is not the reason why US is actually doing this. In my humble opinion, this is to instigate the problem with Iran. And why do I say this? Think for a minute. Just use your common sense and think. The world's biggest supplier of weapons, the world's biggest manufacturer of weapons, wartime weapons, an industry which is billions of dollars, an industry that funds and takes care of all the big politicians. Okay? These people, this country that manufactures the largest weapons is suddenly asking for peace. Sounds very ironic, like it's like saying the tobacco industry, which sells cigarettes, is now asking you to wear this special patch so that you quit smoking. I mean, why the fuck would a tobacco manufacturing company destroy its own market? For what? They would not do that. Rather, a tobacco company would look at ways and means, directly or indirectly, to sell weapons. To sell tobacco. So US, a manufacturer of weapons, will directly or indirectly try to ensure that it improves its business, that it sells, more stuff. So now, by what are they doing? Number one, they have started to ask UAE, come on board. Okay, UAE was fine. Now they're asking Bahrain, come on board. Okay, fine. Now they'll ask one by one all these people to come on board with them. Now ask yourself, here's a pop quiz. Which country will they not ask? Or which country will they say, no, I'm sorry, we're not your friend? It's very simple. It's Iran. All this chess moves that they're doing, it's like a game of chess. You are getting all your pieces ready to attack one particular target. And the target is Iran. See, have a look at the problems US has caused Iran. Simply for nothing, they have sent warships. Iran didn't respond. Then they killed even a big guy in Iran, that big commander. Okay, Iran still kept quiet. They have pushed for sanctions, which didn't work. Then they pushed sanctions again. It didn't work. Now they're pushing sanctions the third time. It didn't work. US is doing whatever it can desperately to sell weapons. Why? Because desperately to create a war. Because only if it has a war, they can sell weapons. They have an excess of weapons that they have to sell. And if they don't sell the weapons, they don't have a war. How the fuck are they going to, how is the economy going to run? Remember, when there is a war, it's big business. It's big money. What? Okay, you don't have to buy or believe a word I say. Ask yourself, in the last 50 years, which country has got itself involved in the maximum number of wars? Which country? It's US. Give me any other country that has, instigated a war. The maximum number of wars, it's US. US in Iraq, US in Afghanistan, US in Taliban, US in this, US in that. They say peace, peace. Oh, we are looking at peace. They're just looking at making pieces, man. End of the day, it's only US that benefits out of all this. Don't think for a minute US is looking for fair trade or fair competition. US wants US to be at the top at any price. Now this 5G network, US made all this drama and all this bullshit. For what? Because US wants to be at the front. They're saying, oh, China is spying on us. You think US is not spying? Russia is spying on us. Why? You think US is not spying on Russia? Oh, they are meddling in our elections. You think US has never put its own pawns in different countries like Venezuela or Russia or, different countries? Why do you think it's called politics? Politics. Like, for example, when you say office politics, it's a game. This is a game of chess. And this Bahrain thing, it's nothing but rallying all the troops together to instigate the bigger problem. And the big problem is they want to, just corner Iran. But I'll tell you this much, Iran is not dumb. Don't for a minute underestimate Iran. And Iran is not going to be like, okay, we will die, okay, we will sacrifice. No. They'll play their cards properly. Right now, if you look at it, China is quiet. Russia is quiet. For that matter, most of the other countries are quiet. Even Iran is quiet. They're not talking. And always keep in mind, when someone makes a lot of noise, they're not very dangerous. But the ones who remain quiet are very dangerous. Like they say, empty vessels make more noise. Or not empty, the right term, right? This thing is barking dogs seldom bite. These quotations are there. But I can tell you this much. The person who is the most silent is the most dangerous one. See, US has been harassing China, US has been harassing Russia, US has been harassing all these countries. Don't think for a minute they have forgotten this. They remember it. They keep it locked in their heart. And they will get back. And when they get back, they'll get back together. And when push comes to shove, I can assure you this much, that it'll be kamikaze, it'll be do or die. See, my only concern is, all this is moving towards an escalation towards war. The only person who will benefit out of this whole exercise is US. US will fight the war not in their country, but in someone else's country. They did this with Iraq. What happened to Iraq? Tell me, what happened to Iraq? They looked at rebuilding Iraq. What the fuck happened in Iraq? They made a mess. Everywhere US goes, they destroy that country. Okay? US is not, they show in Hollywood movies, land of the free, home of the brave. Why everywhere else people are cowards or what? Even in Hollywood movies, it's the American who succeeds in the end. Rambo, he succeeds in the end. Arnold Schwarzenegger, oh, they kill the evil Syrians, they kill the evil Chinese, they kill the evil Russian. Rocky, he bashes the evil Russian. It's always America that is the hero. Well, if an Indian movie was there, the Indian guy is the hero. Pakistani movie, Pakistani guy is the hero. So, in the same way, this is an American agenda. This Bahrain thing, they never had a problem with Israel. Israel has a problem with Palestine, and that is why everyone is against Israel for this. Instead of focusing on the root cause, it's like you're having a rotten tooth because you eat chocolates and all that. Instead of focusing on the root cause, you're changing, oh, okay, I'll make the teeth shine. It doesn't solve the problem. This is just cosmetics. But at a deeper level, this is nothing but rallying the troops against Iran. And I'm telling you, Iran is very aware of this. In fact, what they don't publish in the news is Iran has openly threatened UAE, openly threatened. Even the Yemeni Houthis openly threatened UAE. And they have said very clearly that, we will bomb the country. You just Google search, man. See, now the problem is I don't understand why UAE is creating this nuclear reactor. Saudi was not able to protect. See, Saudi with 3 layers of protection with weapons taken from US with its latest technology or whatever bullshit, they were unable to stop this drone attack and their production got halved. Okay? They decimated that place. You seriously think Saudi being so big with 3 layers of protection, if they couldn't stop, you think UAE is such a piddly dot they can stop? Man. And one explosion, just one, forget in the nuclear reactor, one explosion in UAE and finish. All the investors will, fuck, I'm running out of here. Just think if something happens to the nuclear reactor, what the fuck will happen? Very dangerous. I'm telling you, this whole thing is, people are like sending me, oh, Loy, I see peace. You're fucking stupid, man. This is a fucking game of chess. It's I attack and you attack. This is not just simple logic. Just use your fucking head. Which country produces the maximum weapons? Which country sells the maximum weapons? Now, when they have so many weapons to sell, if they start making peace, who's going to buy the weapons? It's the simple logic I gave you. A company that produces tobacco, you think they're going to tell people quit smoking, live a healthy life, don't smoke? It's fucking stupidity, man. It's like McDonald's. It gives you burger and says, no, eat salad. Don't eat burgers. So that's the first one. The second one, the Sheikh, the scandal or drama. See, I stay clear of these personal issues. Why? I'll tell you why. Because it's between a husband and wife. Okay? It's their private matter. The problem is because we live in a social media world where everyone's interfering in everyone's business and everyone's interested in everyone else's private matter. That is why people are interested. That is why Daily Mail Online and all that, they're gossip fucking channels. I mean, this is a private matter, yeah. It's not a fucking public thing to comment on. It's no one's fucking business. Oh, he's so ruthless. Oh, poor woman. How the fuck do you know who is innocent? Here's my simple question to you. If you're so, oh, poor lady. Have you ever had a relationship where you had an affair with someone? And when you are going to break up with that person, do you seriously think the person spoke good about you? Always keep in mind, when you have a relationship, the other person, when you break up, especially when you break up, the other person will always talk bad about you in the worst manner possible. I've been with so many women, okay? I've been with so many fucking women. Not one single female has told me, my ex who dumped me, he was so sweet, he was so loving. They've always told, oh, I loved him so much, Loy. I gave him my heart, my soul, Loy. Oh, he made me suffer, Loy. He was so bad to me. He beat me, he hit me. You know, you think, oh, poor thing, yeah, poor thing. I used to always think, this poor girl, yeah. She loved him so much. She only wanted love. She never wanted anything. This guy was so bad. But once after I got to know them, I was like, fucking hell. No wonder he fucking beat the shit out of you. No wonder he fucking dumped you. You're a fucking pain in the ass, man. Because girls, you know, women have, they'll always go with a sob story. For a female, after she breaks up, the guy is always bad. We do not know what the girl has done. We do not know whether she's a nut job. We do not know if she's mentally unstable. We do not know what the fuck she has done. We always look at the guy. Oh, the guy is bad. Oh, the girl is, she's a fucking saint. See, now, over here, I'm not trying to say that she's evil. Okay, don't get me wrong. But first, see, let's break this down one by one. Number one is, it's none of our fucking business. Okay? I personally don't want to get into this, but because you guys, so many of you have sent me this, I'm addressing it. One is, it's none of our fucking business. Second, it's between a husband and wife. Second is, you don't know the woman personally. You don't know the guy personally. So how can you say that the guy is bad and the girl is innocent? Number three, females, the only thing they can do is, oh, they can cry. I've been with so many females. I've been with so many. Do you know the girl who fucking told me, wait, or rather, let me tell you this. The girl who I deeply loved, she had multiple relationships where 2 or 3, where she loved the guy totally and the guy dumped her, and she cried and she told me, Loy, he beat me, he did this, he did that. I used to really feel sorry for her. But after I got to know her, when we started dating, I clearly understood why guys used to beat her up. She was a fucking psycho, man. She used to drive me up the fucking wall. One other female, oh Loy, I loved him, he broke my arm, and when she was with me, fuck, I wanted to take a stone and smash her head. Because every day used to come, check my stuff, bust into my house, check my... She was so fucking suspicious. She was paranoid. See, you need to look at both sides of the story. Anyone can portray themselves as a saint. Here's the simplest question. If you're so good, if you're such a fucking saint, why the fuck did you choose such a bad guy? Why? And all those years you had a great time. You had wonderful photographs, wonderful memories. So all the time he was good. All of a sudden he became bad? Let's stop this nonsense of poor thing, she's crying, poor thing. It's all bullshit. For me, I don't buy and believe into all this crap. There are two sides to every story. Not all men are bad and not all women are saints. Okay, get that out of your head. Anyone can cry. Just because a girl cries, oh, poor baby, poor baby. And last but not the least, for those of you who are, oh, poor thing, what the fuck are you going to do? Are you going to pay some money and take care of her? Are you going to look after her? Nothing, right? Shut the fuck up. You're just like the drama. See, here's what you never think about. If a guy is paying the money, taking care of the female, paying the money, looking after her, giving her an expensive house, expensive life, expensive, paying all her bills and everything else, that guy is not bad. He's doing it. Oh, very simple. Why don't you, if you say money is not everything, why don't you pay and look after this person, find out how much is the house bill, water, electricity, expenses, shopping, child's fees, miscellaneous expense, pay all of it every day, every week, every month. Then you'll understand, oh fuck man, this is too much. Yeah, it's very easy to fucking talk. See, very simple. There are a lot of them who want a great life. They want luxury. They want all the benefits. At the same time, they also want to give you shit. And people can't take it at some point. At some point, they'll say, I can't take this shit anymore. Fuck off. And then when shit hits the ceiling, oh, poor me, oh, poor me. That's how females generally are. So for me, I don't go for all these females. I've heard enough more sob stories. Oh, I want love. In fact, if you go to most of the dating sites, the girl will say, I want a man with a good heart, with good character. Yeah, all of them want a good man with good character. Why don't you go for the watchman Ramu? He has a good heart, he has a good character. Oh no, Loy, I need someone who is educated. Oh, you want education also? Yeah, Loy, I need someone to take care, he has to have a good job, he has to have a good career. Oh, you want finances also? So you want Jesus Christ with the looks of Brad Pitt and the bank balance of Elon Musk, right? Okay. So now do you understand? Nobody is a fucking saint. And if you are not ready to give any money, support the person, take care of the person, look after the person, the family, the mother, the father, the kids, the lifestyle. You're not ready to do all that? Shut the fuck up. Very easy to fucking talk. Oh, poor baby, poor this. I tell my wife, anytime you feel you're not happy, leave and go. Find another man who can take care. She knows she can't. She knows she can't get. Very easy to fucking talk. When a man takes care every day from his own bank balance and pays and looks after the food, everything else. I'm not trying to justify by saying just by paying money you can do any shit. No. You have to respect, you have to love, you have to take care. Yes. But not every female is a fucking saint. That's what you need to keep in mind. And if you're one of those idiots who believe, oh, every female is poor thing, you're fucking stupid, man. Some of these females are so fucking high maintenance. They want, just look at the American fucking divorces. Oh, my expenses for makeup and all that come to $500,000 a week. Oh, I have 4-5 cars. My children have to go to A-level schools and, you know, I have to stay in a prominent location. So, they're not all fucking saints, huh? So keep that in mind. So I wanted to get this in your little head. So overall, what I want to tell you is, number one, this Bahrain peace deal is not a fucking peace deal. It's a fucking strategy. And it's a very fucking dangerous strategy. And I seriously, I would be very worried. If I was staying in the Middle East, I'd be very fucking worried, because the way the US is doing things, it's a telltale sign for something not so good is underway. But don't underestimate the opponents. They're not stupid, they're not dumb. That's one. And with regards to this Sheikh and his private matter, for me, I don't say he's bad. Okay. Neither do I say that female's a saint. We only know one side of the story, so it's best we don't get involved. If you want to get involved, have your checkbook ready to take care of her family, her mother, father, her lifestyle, her children, her education, her expenses, water, electricity, food, rent, all that. If you can take all that, then you get involved. Can't take all that, shut the fuck up. Life is not just about, oh, tears and, oh, poor thing. No. Money talks, my dear friend. Money talks. So this is what I wanted to share with you. Let me know your thoughts. And it's late, man. It's fucking dark. First time I'm speaking in the dark. Alright? You guys take care. See you.